Okay, now we will see Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach Daf Nun Beis Amad Aleph Tana Rabbi Yossi Yesh Teven Shehu Ka'afar Yesh Afar Shehu Ka'teven. This is the Geya to Tumah V'Tahara, that the klal is that if it's bitloi, it becomes bottled to the house, so the kazayas from Ameis that's on top of the teven is Bakaz Bo'ila, it doesn't spread out. So Rabbi Yossi says sometimes teven has in like offer, and sometimes offer has in a teven. Teven she'en yat oslaf and noisa reika offer. If you're not planning to take it out of that house, it can stay there, then it has in like offer. And offer, the klal by offer is that it's Bakaz Bo'ila. Offer at oslaf and noisa. If you plan to take out the offer, reika teven, then it's like teven that does not become bottled. So he's talking about an erevin. That there is an erevin if you cover up the ditch with mats, so now you can walk over the ditch, then it's bottled, and it's considered like a bridge, you could be ma'arev echad. Isacham, for example, look, come and see, mila machzalas le bottle. You fill it up with machzalas, it doesn't become bottled. Because you say anything that you're not mevatel there, it's not, it doesn't become bottled. How can it be that you cover it up like a bridge? It should be stronger than you're filling up he's wondering on that. But that's the Ma'aseh Halacha, that if it's b'toyres a bridge, it doesn't have to work b'toyres bittul. But and it say it's a good bridge. But if you have to leave it there as a filler, it has to be there forever. If you put it with charois, pieces of wood from a decal, that's a question if it's a thing that you leave there or you take it out. Even if it's a language of a guzma, even if you put roik there, it also helps. So according to him, even if it's a thing that's like nothing, like hevel, like air, if Lamaisa you filled it up with something, but obviously he's talking about something that's going to stay there. He's trying to say that I don't care if it's a light thing or it's a heavy thing. I think that's what he's trying to say. Ezel kevar tohem, because ein adam zeichra. Nobody in the world knows that they was buried a dead person. Maybe he's so sure nobody knows about it. Maybe that you could go around and ask the whole world. Somebody can say, I knew that of guys there, that but the Gemara Tipasesh and Matzah comes, she's mangled. So we know for sure that it happened suddenly. The whole thing, the guy, something fell down on him, and he died on the spot. Nobody knew about it. Tana. The whole thing kever tohim is only legaba a mace. What does this mean? On a vela loy, if a person became Tommy through an avela, there's no din of kever at time. He didn't know there's a piece of avela there and he touched it. So for sure we should say that it is a din of tumas at time, and if he bought a pesach, it should be okay. For sure it should be the Gemara in Bali says also that tumas sharet should be for sure kever at time, the kula of kever at time. So the Gemara brings it down in Bavli. It means the Zav. If a Zav in the second day, the Zav, let's say a Zav on the seventh day, after he finished counting, he went to the mikveh, and now the din is that he's already tar. However, if he sees another re'iyah, then it's soy salam afreya. So if he shechted the Pesach after he went to the mikveh, then we say that and then afterwards he saw afterwards he saw a re'iyah. This is considered like tumas hatohim. He didn't know that this is going to happen, and he's yoytze the carbon Pesach, even though he's so afraid the minion of ziva, but the gabe yoytze the mitzvah Pesach. We say it's okay since he did not know about it when he shechted the Pesach. Tamatanin kol hazvachim. Kibbel dom zar einen it will yoim khitsik begadem khitsik kurem shloch da raglaim all tom yesh oim da gaveln ob em weit pas. So mishem sagt es woche. It says all the psulim to do kabbalas down. It's zar einen will yoim. All these people are possible to make kabbalah or zikr or elach. So here comes the famous Gemara Masechta Zvachim, the Rimai, Ziknei Darim said. The Rimai Amri, very big chiddush, huge chiddush. This is a very big sugi Masechta Zvachim. Tomei Tumah Zive but Tumah Tzeras Nakiyom. This whole din that a Tomei passes the carbon is only if it's Tomei Tumah Zive or Tumah Tzeras. Or Tomei Meis Eina Mechalo. They hold a big chiddush. How do we know a Tomei cannot do the avodah? But if he's over and he did the avodah, the carbon is kosher. If a kohen tomei did the zrika, kabbalah, elocha for a carbon yochid, sure not allowed to do it. If he did it with the evet, it's not mechal. Why? Since we find that tumah is hutter b'tzibur or the chuya, whatever it is, so since we see this concept by tzibur, it's not mechal. Well, then by yochid, this din applies. He's not allowed to do it. That's not a question. But if it's over va'avad lo yichilel. Mosef shim balokash l'dreimoy. He asked a question for the dreimoy for ziknei dar. How can you say such a thing? You know this, that during the year a person that's tummy can send the korban shlomim. It's no problem. Still, however, tumas meis. If the bailam is tummy tumas meis, he cannot make a shaliach to bring a korban pesach. Versteht sich, he's not yosef korban pesach. Oy b'charaita koicha b'sh'ar tumas. Shall call him the kohen that does the avodah. If he's tummy something else, it's a problem. B'sh'ar tumas shall call a shana. You say that even over the tummy tumas sheretz, it's a problem. And the din shatoy koicha b'tmei meis b'pesach. For sure, it should be a problem if he's tumas meis. So he's trying to make a kavachomer from the bailam to the oived. The bailam, you agree, right? The bailam, you agree that Pesach, if the bailam are tomei, it's for sure no good. You have to bring a new Pesach. Even though the bailam is not such a bad tumah, because we see that if they want to send throughout the year, it's not a problem. But you say by Pesach, it's a problem. So the oived should definitely be worse than the bailam, because the oived, you say, if it's tumah sheretz, it's for sure not good. By him, even throughout the year, right? So we see the oived doesn't have this pass that he can do the avodah, and you agree by tumas sheretz for sure. So the oived has some issues. So for sure we should have an issue that if the oived is tumas meis, the Pesach, at least the Rimoi should agree that it's a problem. And once you have to add here, once you say that this fact is true, that the oived is machal the avodah by Pesach if he was tumas meis, we should also assume that this should apply to a shlomim, because why not? I would do kavachomet may meis b'shlomim. Not kavachomet. Who then should say? Who then? Moreover, so in other words, he wants to say shlog of this, what the Zikna Dharma are trying to say, that there's no such thing as the Tumas Oived is not Machal. He's saying Kavachomer from the Bailam, that if the Bailam is Tumas Meis, the Pesach is possible. For sure, if the Oived is Tumas Meis, the Pesach is possible. Because you see, Oived is definitely worse than Bailam. A Bailam could send a carbon, Oived cannot do a carbon if he's Tomei. So, why shouldn't the Oived be mechal davoida if he's tummy tumas meis. That's not like the Ramai said. The Gemara v'oichish on the Rebbe. And how can you say it against the Rebbe? Rebbe said that it's meratzah tumas adam and it's meratzah tumas guf. It says openly, it's not meratzah tumas guf. Means if the body is tummy, if the kohen is tummy, it's a problem. In Taina v'tamei tumas ziva tumas teras. Maybe it's talking that if the kohen is tummy tumas ziva and tumas teras. No, it's yochel. Tanina nit tumas hataim. It's meratzah. The whole tumas hataim only makes sense by tumas meis, right? The pashta is the only case where it's shaykh called tumas hataim. So we're talking about tumas meis. And Alpha Pikain, we say that if the Bailam is Toma, means the Kohen is Toma, it's a problem. If it's Tumas Vadai, yeah. Ein es ist Meratzah Tumas Haguf. If the Kohen is Toma Tumas Haguf, it's a problem. Which type of Tuma are we talking? Tumas Meis. It says and Nit Tumas Haguf, it's Meratzah, and that's Meis. So we're talking about a Meis. And we're saying that this is not meratzah tumas haguf. The kohen is tomei. It's not good. So the truth is, we can answer a simple question. Tumas haguf means of the bailam. If the bailam will attend the pesach at tumas haguf, it talks about a pesach, obviously. I should say v'ayre pesach. Yeah, so that's the answer. We're not talking about the kohen. We're talking about the bailam here. The kohen taka is never a problem, even tumas meis. I mean, tumas meis, not even. Tumas meis is not a problem by a kohen because he's saying that the toich shehutra, the tzibur is by yochid is also not mechal. Okay, I think we'll stay here. This is the end of Daf Nun Beis Amud Aleph.